Hi, I'm Freak Boy, and welcome to Freak Boy Runs. Winter has decided to make a comeback in April here in Texas, which is very strange for Texas. It got very cold this weekend. Not below freezing and snowing and ice storm cold, but extremely cold for April in Texas. I'm out on a 30-kilometer long run, all easy miles. What I'm gonna possibly do is try and do it as a progression run where I just slowly speed up very slightly, incrementally each mile. However, another theme to this training season has been wind, and there's a lot of wind today, so I don't know if it's really going to be all that feasible to do that kind of progression run. I'm just going to have to gauge that as I go. No matter what, because it's an easy run, I'll be keeping my heart rate in zone 2 and doing everything I can to not let it get above. So that's the rule, regardless of where I might be in the progression. If I need to slow down to keep my heart rate down, that's what I'm gonna have to do. 2 weeks from tomorrow is the Boston Marathon, so I'm really kind of a third of the way into my taper, even though that last week of training up to and including this run is quite a bit for a taper week, but that's the nature of that difficult plan I chose to try out this cycle. One of the important things I want to do today is practice one thing that I've been forgetting to do on all of my last 3 long runs, and I really want to make sure I do it today, and that is to, on the top of each hour, take my salt tablets. It's more of a preventative measure than anything, just to make sure I keep my electrolytes up. When I'm in the marathon, I always take on both Gatorade and water. So my electrolytes should be okay, but I like to take the salt tablets just as a kind of extra preventative measure. Oh, look at this. This is from the floods. The whole park was flooded yesterday. So yeah, I want to just practice taking those salt tablets on the top of each hour. I took 2 right before I started, and in the marathon I'll do that and then take 2 more on the top of the hour, the running hour. So that's one of the things I want to do today. Another thing I'm doing that I do in all my long runs is practice fueling. I'm going to try and do it every 20 minutes today, since I'm running a fair bit slower than what I've been doing on my last few long runs. I don't want to base it on just every 3 miles, which is what I have been doing, because I know my 3 miles is about 22 minutes. This way I can make sure that today I'm taking on close to as many gels as I would be taking on in the marathon. And I'm pretty sure my gut can handle it, but this is just kind of one last test to make sure that I'm good there. So that's it. I'll check in with you guys either after the run is over, or if I think of a reason or something I need to say in the middle, then in the middle. But one way or another, I'll be back with you in just a sec. "19-mile long run, done." It actually went really great. I did the progression run, executed that exactly like I wanted. I don't know exactly, I haven't done the math, but I think probably right around an average of 6-second increment per mile. And I did increment every single mile. The wind wasn't really an issue. It wasn't quite as strong as I thought. It just felt strong and cold when I first came out of the, of my warm car. But once I warmed up running, it didn't bother me even when I was running straight into the wind. Yeah, all the miles felt easy. My average heart rate was in zone 1 almost the entire way. Again, I haven't looked at the exact data, but I think I might have been averaging into zone 2 for the last maybe 3 miles. And that includes 4 hill climbs. So yeah, I mean, I successfully took it easy. That was the goal. Almost to the point of, it felt, I don't want to sound silly saying this, but it felt too easy. And I don't mean that it was too easy, that I was constantly feeling like I could do more, but knowing that I shouldn't, just because I wanted to keep my heart rate in zone 1 for as long as possible. I really didn't want to overcook this run. It's only 2 weeks out from the marathon, so there's really no benefit in doing a really hard run. And honestly, the fact that it felt that easy is a bit of a confidence booster for me. Not the same kind of confidence booster of nailing a 35-kilometer long run with hot spots, but still a confidence booster, just to know that I had so much left in the tank after 19 miles. It took me I've already forgotten, I think 2 hours and 53 minutes or so. I don't know what average that is per mile, but it's 8 something, like maybe between 8:30 and 8:45, I guess. I'll have to figure that out. The fueling went good. I executed that bang on where I wanted to, every 20 minutes. I was a little bit late once, I think by a minute. Not a big deal, within my margin of error there. And I think I almost forgot on the hour 2 salt tabs. I almost forgot. I think I was 2 minutes late on those. But I remembered. And then, since I didn't go 3 hours, I just did salt tabs again. at 2 hours and 40 minutes at the same time as I did my last gel. I didn't really need it, but I just wanted just the execution of doing them, and I'm glad I got that done, since I forgot the last 3 times. I've been mad at myself for forgetting, and I do want to make sure I practiced it once through a long run, at least one time before the marathon. So that's it. I've got one speed session this week. It's not much. It's one of those that is just kind of meant to get my legs turning over quickly. Just get a little bit of speed so I don't forget what it feels like. I think I do that on Tuesday. So I might pick you guys back up on that session. But yeah, that's all I got to say today for the long run. Just finished my cool down walk here and go home and get horizontal. Catch you on the flip side. I'm now pretty much right in the middle of my taper, about halfway through the taper, and I'm doing speed 4 session, which is a simple and not super difficult session where I go, it's supposed to be 30 seconds zone 2, 20 seconds zone 3, 10 seconds zone 4, but in reality your heart rate doesn't quite respond that quickly, so you can't really base it strictly on heart rate. So you base it on pace and feel. I've done half of the session now. It's you repeat that 30, 20, 10 5 times, and you repeat that a total of 6 times. So I've done 3 of those 6. I'm just getting up to the lake here. Looks like we've got some pretty fog over the lake. I'll try and take you guys that far. Oh darn, I'm supposed to be doing my next set. Okay, I'm on my 30 seconds, zone 2. But I gotta show you the lake. Kind of haunting. And very pretty. Okay. I'm gonna do 20 seconds. And now I gotta do 10 seconds. And that repeats 5 times. Okay, demonstration over. See you guys in a bit. All done. As I said, it's not super challenging. It's kind of fun. It's mostly just to get the legs turning over fast and have an opportunity to practice some of those faster paces. It's almost, in some ways, a little bit like strides. Good morning. Yeah, I just realized that today. It's almost like strides. And the whole point of strides is to really kind of ingrain that running form, because the faster you run, the better your form tends to be. And so, yeah, part of the reason for strides and part of the reason for a session like this is just to get that muscle memory of running with good form, but not doing it for a really long period of time so as to have your form start breaking down. So, okay, well, I think that's gonna do it for today. I'll pick you guys back up a little later this week. There's really not much else left on the program that's big or difficult. Just tapering down slowly as I get closer and closer to the marathon, which as of today is 13 days away. So it's getting close. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Got myself a beautiful Saturday morning. Just an easy run today. I guess I'm just wrapping up the second week of the taper. So only one more really very light week left. Yeah, today I'm doing 10 kilometers easy. Tomorrow's long run will be 13 miles, 21 kilometers, all easy. A bit long as far as the long run from a week out from the marathon goes, but it is easy miles and it's what's on the plan, so I'm just following the plan. Hopefully it'll work out. I've been feeling pretty good. My body's been recovering very well. No niggles, no aches and pains really to report. I'm still applying ice on my hamstrings every day after I run. Just it's become a habit and a precautionary measure more than anything, I think. But just doing that, foam rolling every day still, at this point, just to maintain the habit. I don't think I really need it. So yeah, I mean, I can't really complain. I'm just 9 days out from the marathon and I feel pretty good. Been looking at the weather, and right now the forecast is good. That can change, obviously, but for now it's looking good. So all systems are go. Everything seems positive. I'm in a good mood. And I have a lot of confidence. I have a lot of confidence going in to this marathon. I don't know for sure if a PB is going to be in the stars. It could be. It will all depend on the conditions that day, and you know, I still have a week to go and a lot of preparations. You know, I've got to make sure that I get that carb load done right. It's going to be more of a challenge since I'll be doing it basically in my hotel room and in restaurants. So harder to do than it was in Dallas when I could just go shopping and read all the labels and know exactly what I was getting. Yeah, that's really what I got coming up here. Just a very easy week with one very small speed session. Good morning. Coming up on Tuesday. I think that one's just 30 seconds. Zone 4, 30 seconds, zone 2 type of thing, alternating for a few miles. Won't be very taxing at all. And then nothing but easy miles every other day. So let's go ahead and wrap this up for this week. I guess my penultimate week before the marathon. If you enjoyed the video, as always, please like and subscribe below. And if you feel like dropping me a note, go ahead and make a comment or even share the video with your friends. And until next time on Freak Boy Runs, Freak Boy out.